So to keep with our goal of decluttering our house some, I'm going to start decluttering this pantry. Now I try to do my pantry about twice a year just because it gives me a good idea of what we have in here, and I can better plan out what I need at the store, what we're going to, what we need to stock up on, because I try to do a lot of bulk purchases with flours and sugars and things like that. So I'm going to first take everything out of here. We're gonna go through it, see what we're gonna keep, what we need to get rid of, and then we'll put it all back. This is the project I've been putting off. I knew I would do it come the new year once Christmas and everything settled down. So before we start, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up, and then join us to see how we get this pantry decluttered and organized. Through the kitchen, and we actually decluttered that the other day, and I was counting and trying to figure out how many jars I had and what sizes. I should have come to the pantry first. I have 2 empty half-gallon jars and a quart jar just sitting in the pantry. Another thing I like to do is to keep a trash bag close by so that as you're going through your pantry, you can chunk stuff that you know you're not going to keep. Also remember to check dates, because even if this stuff has been in here 6 months, or sometimes when I did it a year ago, I may have said, oh, I might use that in the spring, so I kept it, and I still didn't use it, so maybe it's been in here a year now. So be sure you're checking dates when you go through your pantry so you can discard those things that you're not going to use or that are out of date. And also, it would be a great idea if there's some things that you're just not going to use, you could just donate them to a food pantry if they're still in date and they're still good. It's just not something you're going to be using. So now that everything is cleaned out, we're just gonna clean off the shelves, sweep the floor, and then we'll get to organizing the big mess that's now in my kitchen. Now that everything's out of the pantry, I can actually look and see what do I have an almost empty container of, what do I have in storage or in bulk that I can put into those containers. So then I have a really good idea when I put everything back how much I have of each thing. I can make my next bulk order more efficiently. I can make my grocery list better, and I can meal plan because I now know everything that I have on hand. The extras and things like that, I'm gonna combine jars. So if I know that I don't have a lot of something and maybe I'm not gonna be buying any more of that, then I'll put it in a smaller jar. But if it's something like the popcorn, we eat a lot of popcorn, I can put the popcorn into a gallon-sized jar, and then we'll just use up the little jar that's left first, and then I'll have all my popcorn stored. Sugar and flour are staples for us, so I'll just dump what I have left out of my bulk bags into my jar so they're ready to be used. Something else you want to do is be sure you label things. So here is a jar, and it was an old honey jar. This is definitely not honey, but I'm not 100% sure as to what I put in here either. And even though when I put it in there, I'm like, oh, I won't forget what that is. however long it's been in here, I have now forgotten. But by smelling this, I'm pretty sure they're peppercorns. That may have taken me a few hours, but that's because I was getting interrupted by children and things. But now my pantry is completely organized. I've decluttered things that we're not using and just some older things that had gotten stuck in the back, cleaned it out. All of my containers are condensed, so all of my jars have everything in it of like a certain flour or sugar or popcorn, things like that. And now we are ready to meal plan, place our bulk order for the month, and we can move on from here. Now that's one spot in our house. Well, that makes two spots. We already decluttered the kitchen and now the pantry, so I can cook, meal plan, and grocery shop. It makes me feel so much better just to have my pantry organized and ready now. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give our video a thumbs up, and we'd love it if you would share our YouTube channel with your friends. We are planning lots of fun things in 2020, and we can't wait for you to join us. We'll see you next time.